Hi, Professor. I want to read an article about waste management in TikTok. It's a very famous company. If you know about that, it's a famous Chinese internet company. The birth of modern waste management is based on the publishing of Winslow Taylor's famous book, Principles of Scientific Management, and Favreau's famous book, Industrial Management and General Management. But management has always existed in people's practice before this, but it was not raised to the level of science. The definition of management in the waste management approach refers to, under specific environment, the process of effectively integrating the resources owned by the organization to achieve organizational goals with the help of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling activities. This is a scientific description where Chinese management think. Management is a process of self-cultivation. Obviously, the former is a precise description, while the latter is a vague description because Chinese management approach management think. It is an art, and it can't be actually accurately described. Western management culture emphasizes precise and quantitative management, from the widespread management by objectives, which we call MBO, and key performance indicators, its KPI or EVA, economic value added in corporate management. Or from the current popular balance scorecard means BSC. It emphasizes the relationship between accurate measurement and effective management with the help of these data. From the perspective of Western management culture without measurement, it can't manage a company. However, Chinese management approach emphasizes methods that vary from person to person. There is almost no uniform and single method, no data. First one in TikTok is about open and trust. Zhang Yiming, the CEO of TikTok, his concept default open, default trust, created his management culture in TikTok. The entire management system of ByteDance is built on the open and trust which is presented for each employee. Not only about the entrance of information in the company. Many behaviors are granted by default in this company. For example, employees never need an application when they want to use a car. Even in some foreign cooperation projects, there is no need for particular application of the leaders. Their manager explained that this was because of the company believed that all the behaviors of the colleagues are worthy to 100% trust. Default open, default trust. This concept brings efficiency in daily work operations. Second one is context, not control. Context, not control. This is a management philosophy mentioned by Zhang Yiming as well. Control is equal to the CEO's independent decision-making and centralized operation. Context means that more staff can participate in the decision-making process based on context, rather than the instructions of the managers. OKR is objectives and key results instead of KPI is the most important management tool for ByteDance. The OKR of each team consists of 3 parts. The first is the most important mission of your department recently. The second is to refer to Zhang Yiming's OKR to see how to support Zhang Yiming's OKR from the perspective of your department. And finally, the OKR of other related business lines, whether there are major projects and that require support from your own department. All employees write their own OKRs according to the similar logic, whose position plus own leader plus own business partners. OKR is a tool for internal information exchange. Yang Chong said that colleagues in the company rarely ask, "What are you doing recently?" but just looking at his OKR in the system. And we can get some conclusion about the Western management in TikTok. Zhang Yiming has his own unique management philosophy, which contributes the HR structure stability. The fast development of his company didn't rely on the traditional vertical management method, which is widely used in Chinese companies. And also not only the Western management approach proposed by Taylor, it relies more on its strong self-driven powers and the tenets of each employee. Just like Zhang Yiming has said, there's no need to formulate KPIs for TikTok, but find related data to guide and measure the effectiveness and results of your work. So here is the Western management theory of TikTok, and it's not enough 7 minutes, so I will read another passage. So I will continue my passage. It's another passage about emojis. Using emojis makes other people think you are incompetent. Research finds in a world where face-to-face conversations are becoming increasingly rare, it may be tempting to try and soften the blow of a harsh message or a difficult request with a smiley. But you might want to think twice before you try and lighten the tone, as the tactile image of a smiling face can have the opposite effect to an actual smile for the person on the receiving end. Researchers have found emojis a popular way to replicate non-verbal communication are used 6 billion times a day and have been described as the fastest growing language in history. Now it seems that so many joking messages that have gone down like a lead balloon. The sender could simply make themselves seem less competent. Concluding that a smiley is not a smile, academics have even warned that peppering an email with emojis could harm your job prospects by making colleagues less likely to share information with you. The fact can be so damaging that people are advised to avoid them at work altogether, especially the first time you talk to someone. Dr. Ella Gaussen, an expert in business and management at Ben Gurion University of the Negev and Essex said, our findings provide first-time evidence that control to actual smileys do not increase perceptions of warmth and actually decrease perceptions of competence. So I think it's enough 7 minutes, and here is my home assignment.